Yeah, as I said earlier, I really don't know what to say about it until it really gets going. I mean, I don't know if both are going to play safe builds, both are going to play risky builds, macro builds, whatever. These guys can pull so much out of the bag, but yeah, pretty cool poses by both of them too.
I know, man.
Idra's face doesn't really match his hands. It's like not angry.
Oh man, he's like a happy angry with a smile.
I guess.
All right, so we're into the game. Idra spawning down in the south location as the blue Zerg. And over in the top, we have oGsMC, the formidable 2-times GSL champion, as the red Protoss. That was a real Korean one.
That was a real loud one, yeah. I heard that in my headset 10 times over.
And we're going to have to see which style these players come out with. Will Idra be going for a 14-14, which is the 14 extractor into 14 pool, very safe. And that's basically what we saw Mora do game after game. But will he be going for... And we'll have to see if he does go for the hatchery, though. Actually, I just need to check the sound. I mean, I didn't do anything. It's not my fault.
It's all full.
Okay, so we'll have to see if they can change that around. But meantime, we do have the probe moving out. It's going to be scattering. Idra does see that there is no location. Well, the Protoss has not spawned here. And we'll have to think that obviously his opponent's going to be up here. And it's kind of an interesting pathway that Idra decides to take, knowing his opponent's cross position, that he decides to go straight up and will want to nest kind of an overload around this location, as you saw his blue clicks here.
I'm not sure if these players know that you spawn actually opposite, because their scouting patterns are really weird. But, you know, it's something you really should know. You waste a lot of time scouting the wrong position, and he could have been in his base when he was, well, before the swimming pool, whatever, you know. It's a lot of time wasted, like 30 seconds or so, to get some valuable information. But we do see oGsMC actually throwing down an assimilator, not a Nexus or anything anytime soon, and no cannon forge build or what have you.
Well, we're going to have to see. The spawning pool has been put down. We'll have to see if he decides to try and get this Nexus. Two drones are going down to try to get rid of this probe, and hopefully they can sort out the sound soon. I'm not sure. I mean, when I looked in the menu, it's pretty good for me. The pylon does go down for MC, blocking this. You know, these two drones pretty useless right now. Aren't going to be able to get that pylon down at all, and MC really blocking that out. Idra forced to go for the extractor, and obviously adding on the overload in this kind of situation. That's what you have to do. There's no way you can get down this hatchery at all now. And actually the cancel of the pylon is there, and MC playing very smart so far. Yeah, just keeping his probe there, ready to throw down another pylon, just block it naturally with the probe by running around in circles. Idra won't be happy, and another pylon goes down, so he has to wait for those links to come out to actually deal with this and get his expo ahead. And this is the kind of problem you kind of encounter, is that, I mean, if you try to go for a hatch first or spawning pool into hatch, then you're going to run into this probe that's going to be consistently building pylons to block this, and does get a cancel on it before it finishes, and Idra gets a very late hatchery, though he did want to get it up quite soon. Yeah, I mean, that was so much delaying by MC. Although the hatchery still goes up, you don't realize how much those extra 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds even, I mean, this was almost delaying it for a minute. That really, really helps, and this is why MC is a good player. It's the little things that really matter, and yeah, even though it is a little thing, it puts him in a really, really good position right now. Although the hatchery is going down, probe work account, he's ahead in probes, everything's looking pretty good for him. And Idra's playing so smart, keeping the drone alive for as long as possible. Does finally go down, but has been scouting around all the map, looking for any hidden pylons, anything that MC could try to do to take him out fast, and nothing has been good. But actually, look at that, the Stargate has gone down, and there's no way, that's in such a good location, because there's never, ever going to be an overload here in these spawning locations, so that is very well hidden. So we have one gate into a Stargate here, and will this trick Idra? And Idra has been known, I mean, that's kind of the biggest reason how he drops games, is he doesn't expect something, and MC is definitely going to be trying to do that. And MC seems pretty ruthless with these Void Rays. I mean, we saw him punish Morrow. Idra has the advantage of seeing where Morrow failed. So he can go and look at those games, those replays, whatever, and just look at them and analyze them and see, okay, this is what MC is actually capable of doing, and I have to really be prepared for it. And these Stalkers are getting a little bit over-aggressive. Speed is almost finished. A lot of links in production, and now we'd be able to chase these two Stalkers down here, and that's not going to be good. If this Overload drops, an Overload drops, that is kind of key, but one Overload is going to be in exchange for two Stalkers, most likely. Actually, he's making Phoenix, like two Phoenix.
That's pretty strange. I expected like a Void Ray to just pop out and
Greedy Idra.
That is
greedy.
greedy.
For a third base here. And, you know, that could be his downfall, especially with these out. And he's expecting MC to try to go for an expansion. He goes in there, doesn't really see too much, doesn't see a Forge, which is kind of the usual structure you see when an opponent does this. Goes in, doesn't see the Nexus either, and now has to be thinking, all right, you know, this third base, I'm going to have to really defend well against this third Queen in production. And in the meantime, playing very cautious Idra. He might even be suspecting something like this. He is getting a Roach Warrant down, though. Doesn't quite have any resources. Actually has enough, but we'll have to see what he decides to do here.
You know, I'm not actually understanding this Phoenix production. I mean, if he made a Void Ray, he could have stopped this third Expo or third base going up. With these 3 Phoenix, sure, he can go Overlord hunting and scout a bit, but he can't really do anything really, you know, dominant with them. I mean, the Void Ray last game against Morrow, that really won him the game, that little attack. You thought, oh, a Void Rate's not really going to do much, but it did. Oh, he's actually taken out a Queen.
And he's
Scrap what I said.
And he's going to be able to get that Queen, possibly be able to get another one. Evo Chamber's almost finished now, and this Queen does go down. Do they have enough energy to lift off one more? Yes, but another Queen is there too. And MC doing a lot of damage. Is he going to be able to get it before it drops down, though? It's going to be very close. Oh my god, it doesn't do that. And I don't know, this Queen has fallen down, and another one too. And I'm not sure. I mean, Idra's losing a lot here.
Yeah, he certainly is. And even though this is the silentest Phoenix attack in the history, he is actually doing a lot of damage, despite it not sounding like he is.
And we'll have to see how this prevails for Idra. 54 food versus 57. He does have this third hatch up, though. And it's kind of mining from one idle drone. A little bit of a mistake. And another Queen going down surely here.
And it ran away from the Spore Crawler. That was a that was a nasty mistake by Idra.
And so much damage is being done by these Phoenixes. Meanwhile, MC has got this Nexus down, is transferring probes down there as well. And these Phoenixes coming in, possibly another Queen. Idra in a world of trouble.
Yeah, Queen hunting isn't fun for Idra. And he's going to be really kicking himself. I mean, he was a bit greedy with that third base, and he's lost a few Queens unnecessarily. And this Phoenix count, even though it gets up right now, they are such a good counter to Hydras, anything like that. And I mean, having air control is so important.
We'll have to see now. And it looks like Idra has the Hydra den, but I'm looking at the unit counting now, and that's 52 drones versus 36. I mean, he's so far ahead with the drone count, consistently building drones, not building any units. Queens and drones throughout this.
Yeah, certainly. Idra's, although he's lost a lot of Queens, his drone production's still so high. I mean, he's at 66 supply, 55 of it being drones. If MC actually marched his army over to Idra's base now, he'd walk it, but he's still playing so cautiously. I'm not sure really what he's thinking.
And we look at the production tab, we still have, well, we have a couple of Hydras being made, a lot of upgrades being done now, and so many Spore Crawlers being put down here, trying to defend against this third. And Idra's gone for this early third, but he's not even mining from it at all.
And he's sending Queens to go back it up, but they are just getting picked off by these Phoenix. This is all out of one Stargate as well. I mean, that Stargate from MC, that really is his special weapon. I mean, he's been making these Zerg life hell. Wow, my voice is really going.
Really, I mean, hold on, we're in the semis. All right, this Hydra is going down, and these Phoenixes are just doing so much damage over and over. Even a Void Ray in here now, starting to do damage, and now the hatchery is starting to go down, and this is looking pretty bad. One Hydralisk is here, and it's going to be picked up by these Phoenixes, as well as the Queen, and even a few more Hydras
one
possibly.
Phoenix does go down.
But is Idra able to hold on to this hatchery?
I have no idea. I mean, it's so silent. I really can't tell what's going on. But these Hydras... he is going to kill the Void Ray. So he does
really
fend off the attack.
Hydra. And now, 91 food versus 88. And still, the unit counting station is 57 drones, but MC, wow, is catching up 53. And now we have an observer being made. Do we have the robotics bay? Yes, we do have the robotics bay being put down also. And it looks like MC getting ready to take up a third base, but just